Hello, Meoni here, and welcome to a bit of a reminder video. Patch 7.5 releases on the 28th of April, and if you're still working on your PvP Series 10 rewards, now might be the time to step it up a little bit. We're going to look at these very briefly then, if you've not seen them. So we've got the Erudite Idleness Ballroom Etiquette book, which gives us the /carry book emote, which is a really lovely, persistent emote that you can get at level 5 PvP. Level 5 PvP shouldn't take you too long to do on the series milestone rewards, and that's not many wins, to be honest, of something like Walk or Shurte or any other Frontline, but I would highly recommend, if you're going to try and plug away at some of these rewards, to do some crystalline conflict. It does seem to be quicker, the matches are shorter, and that does work out at better sort of hourly rewards. Level 10 and level 20, we might as well put these together. We've got the Bayside Battleground Framers Kit, and we have the Walk or Shurte Framers Kit. This actually provides only portrait elements, no adventurer plate elements for level 10 and level 20, and these are themed obviously over the two crystalline conflict arenas as mentioned. We've got Bayside Battleground with the Turali design. We got Tural in the background here. We've got an interesting accent with the Bayside pendants, as you can see here, with the sort of palm trees at the bottom. We have the Bayside Battleground frame, which is that lovely wood, kind of like the cabin wood, and the background in the, being the actual Bayside Battleground in the background, and Tural in the background. The best one, though, in my opinion, is the Walk or Shurte one. We've got a lovely Aurora Borealis as an accent, that it can be separated, obviously, if you want to mix and match with other portrait frames and things like that. Highly recommend doing it just for that. We also have a nice frame, which has little snowmen, and also a part of that frame has little snowflakes as well that go in front of your character. And the background is the PvP map. Really nice, actually, this one. I again would get this if it wasn't for me making videos. I would go for this just to get the Aurora Borealis, but that's level 10 and 20 respectively. We kind of skipped this one at level 15, which is the G-Warrior MGSD, which is a minion inspired by that of the G-Warrior if throughout the Sorrow of Whirlite storyline. It is a fantastic looking minion, very highly detailed, has its saber in one hand and those sort of fluorescent glow-in-the-dark, luminous tendril things like the connectors. It is a really cool model. Of course, if you don't know anything about the Sorrow of Whirlite storyline, this here a little bit of a cutscene excerpt from that where you're piloting it. Highly recommend doing that weapons series. It was very, very cool, and hopefully one day we get to see a return of a G-Warrior. You'll see some of the animations on this are definitely, copied over to the minion, especially the stance one with the saber being summoned and then slashed out. That is what they've gone for the idle animation that you might see, or you could trigger this with your pet collection title, such as the Mammutier title, and it will swipe away. Very cool minion. If you're a minion collector, you've probably already got this, but definitely don't miss out on that one at level 20. At level 25 then, which will take you a significant amount more PvP, it is still possible to get this. It seems a little bit late into the cycle before the 28th, but you have plenty of time at the time of recording to get these rewards. The mount then is the Waniudo horn. The Waniudo is a giant face attached to a wheel. Very cool. You might have seen these monsters in Kogane Castle or something a long time ago. They've been reused in Storeblood content and Heaven on High and that kind of stuff. It's a really cool mount. It makes wood creaky noises as the little wheel spins around and wobbles, and your character hangs on for dear life on one of the horns while sitting ominously on the face of the demon there, which is pretty interesting. The best thing about this mount, though, is that it is something that scales with the size of your character. So there's a Lalafell for a example there. It's a lot smaller, so if you play a Lalafell, you'll have a much smaller mount. I do like mount scaling. Not every mount has mount scaling with races. So if you play a Hrothgar or a Roe, you're probably going to have the best time ever having a massive wheel. It is definitely a flex. It is a cool mount, and I don't think it shares a model with anything else in the game, as far as I know. Maybe it's a reskin of something, maybe let me know in the comment section, but I would highly recommend picking this up if you do manage to get to level 25. But you should be able to, just do a couple of matches a day. of like Walk or Shurte or something. Make the most out of a Mogtome event, double dip as much as you physically can, and you should get to level 25 in no time at all. Another thing worth mentioning then is, even though we've got all of our rewards up to level 25, there is also the opportunity that will be flying past for Walk or Shurte itself. Walk or Shurte is the new Frontline that was added recently, and you'll see there's a Walker and Peace achievement for getting 100 wins, gives you the Terali Snowman Bell. I'm currently working on this myself, which is it's a really cool mount. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because in patch 7.5, releasing again on the 28th of April, you will not be able to do this every single day. So at the minute, you can queue directly for Walk or Shurte Triumph, as you can see. Make the most out of the Moogle event as well, which is also being removed in patch 7.5. And effectively, you can work on your wins directly and get your Mogtomes. As of 7.5, this will be added to the rotation of other frontlines such as Seal Rock, Seas, the Fields of Glory, Shatter, Onsal Hakia, Danshig, Naham. So if you want to get the most out of that and you're working towards your wins, now might be the best time to do that. Get as many as possible, because not every day after 7.5 releases will be guaranteed for it to be in the rotation, whereas currently you can be guaranteed to queue directly into it. This is someone who I got to actually help us showcase this, because I don't think we've ever shown it. It is a very cool snowman. It is a reskin of the other snowman mounts that are in the game, and yeah, your character is inside and it wobbles around. We've got little snowflakes. It's very cute, a little snow bunny. But regardless of that, if you're not going for that, then hopefully that gave you a good idea of what to maybe aim for. Definitely the carry book emote shouldn't be too hard to get, and level 5 shouldn't take you too long. A few crystalline conflicts here and there. I wish you the absolute best of luck. I know a lot of people leave this till last minute, so I thought I'd do a quick reminder of what rewards there are. Now, bear in mind they will likely re-add the rewards in the future, as they have done with previous series rewards. So we saw recently Series 1 and 2 rewards, I think Series 3 and 4, right? I can't remember exactly. Those rewards are slowly being brought back in as trophy crystal rewards, so you might want to get those, and also trophy crystals as well. Hopefully in 7.5 with the new series there'll be new items to get with your trophy crystals, so you might want to stack up on those. Hopefully that was helpful, but yes, don't stress too much, just do as much as you can, do a couple of wins a day and you should get there in no time. Much love, I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.